Just below us here in Kansas City, Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark, guard for the Indiana Fever. From DeMo, being a Chiefs fan since she was a kid, the AP Female Athlete of the Year and the first overall pick in the WNBA Draft, Rookie of the Year, and the first rookie to make the first team All-WNBA. This just another viral moment, or did Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift just change women's sports forever from being a fangirl singing Enchanted in her dorm room to sit next to Swift at NFL games? Clark's journey is more significant than you think. All right, I'm happy for Caitlin Clark, right? We all know how big a fan she is of Taylor Swift. She went to the concert, she shared the story.
All right, I'm happy for Caitlin Clark, right? We all know how big a fan she is of Taylor Swift. She went to the concerts. She shared the stories. She's shared her favorite song.
She shared her favorite song. She sung the songs the moment that broke the internet started, like any other January day at Arrowhead Stadium. But when Caitlin Clark walked into that luxury suite, little did anyone know they were about to witness something that would send shock waves through both sports and pop culture. There she was, a WNBA's hottest rookie, sitting next to none other than Taylor Swift herself. She was on Travis Kelce's podcast. They talked about linking up at some point, and it has happened. We have seen the link up that so many have anticipated. Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift. Let's paint the picture of what went down on January 18th. 2025, the Kansas City Chiefs were facing the Houston Texans in a crucial playoff game, but honestly the real show wasn't even on the field in that luxury box. Two of the most influential women in their respective fields were about to give us a masterclass in authentic friendship. You should have seen them together. It wasn't your typical celebrity photo op. Clark and Swift were genuinely vibing, acting like they'd been friends forever. When Travis Kelce made that jaw-dropping 49-yard reception, both of them jumped out of their seats, completely lost in the moment. No pretense, no forced interactions, just pure, unfiltered excitement. Putting it back, considering the star power, perhaps the two most famous women in America right now, in Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark, sitting together at an NFL game, which I've said all the time, the NFL is the single most popular thing. And when Kelce scored that 11-yard touchdown, the suite erupted. Swift and Clark were hugging, cheering, and celebrating like any other diehard Chiefs fans. It was the kind of genuine moment you can't script, and social media couldn't get enough of it. Within minutes, Caitlin and Taylor was trending worldwide. Those are going to be fixed, but as you can see, just constant stuff about Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark like that was. But here's what makes this story so special. It's not just about two famous people hanging out at a football game. It's about the incredible journey that led to this moment. Remember when Clark was just another college student at Iowa, recording herself singing Enchanted in her dorm room? She was literally all of us belting out Swift's lyrics while dreaming of meeting her idol. Those dorm room singing sessions weren't just random moments of fandom for Clark. Taylor Swift's music was a soundtrack to her rise in basketball. She'd blast to take it off before games, use Fearless as motivation during practice, and connect with teammates over their shared love of Swift's music. It was more than just being a fan, it was part of her identity. Flash forward to November 2024, and Clark's taking her Swift fandom to a whole new level. She hit up not one but two consecutive nights of the Eras Tour at Lucas Oil Stadium. We're talking full Swiftie mode here, trading friendship bracelets. She collected 20 in one night, singing every word to every song and soaking up every moment of the experience. The best part, Clark's Instagram stories from those concerts were pure gold. She was living her best life, completely uninhibited by her growing basketball fame. One post showed her screaming along to Love Story with her mom, who, by the way, Clark claimed she turned into a full Swiftie. Another captured her reaction when opening act Gracie Abrams took the stage, pure unfiltered joy. But night two, that's when things got really interesting. Clark found herself in the same section as Travis Kelce. Talk about a small world, right? She later joked about it on the New Heights podcast. I had so many friendship bracelets up my arm, I thought I was losing circulation. It was a perfect example of how Clark, despite her rising star status, was still just as authentic, enthusiastic about being a Swift fan as she'd always been. What's truly remarkable is how Clark's relationship with Swift's music evolved alongside her basketball career. During her college days at Iowa, her teammates would often catch her humming Don't Blame Me during practice. It became such a known part of her personality that reporters would ask about her favorite Swift songs during press conferences, and Clark, she'd answer without hesitation, proudly owning her Swiftie status. Remember that viral TikTok from her college days, the one where she's in the Iowa locker room using a water bottle as a microphone, performing You Belong With Me for her teammates? That video racked up millions of views, not just because it was Clark being goofy, but because it showed this incredible athlete in such a relatable light. Here was one of college basketball's biggest stars, acting just like any other 22-year-old Swift fan. But Clark's Swift fandom took on new meaning as her own star began to rise. as she started breaking college basketball records. And drawing unprecedented attention to women's basketball, people started drawing parallels between her impact on sports and Swift's impact on music. Both women were breaking records, challenging norms, and bringing new audiences to their respective fields. The moment everything changed was during the AA Tour stop in Indianapolis. Clark wasn't just another face in the crowd anymore. She was the Caitlin Clark, but you wouldn't know it from how she acted. She was dancing, singing, and trading friendship bracelets like everyone else, but then something special happened. Swift's team sent over 4 bags of merchandise and a handwritten note from Taylor herself calling Clark inspiring. Talk about a full circle moment. The girl who used to sing Swift songs in her dorm room was now being called inspiring by her idol. But here's the thing, Clark handled it with the same genuine enthusiasm she'd always shown on social media. She shared her excitement like any other fan would, complete with capital letters and multiple exclamation points. No pretense, no playing it cool, just pure unfiltered joy. As Clark entered the WNBA as the first overall pick, her connection to Swift became even more significant. Both women were breaking viewership records, selling out venues, and changing the game in their respective fields. When Clark's college game started out drawing some NBA matchups, people started calling her the Taylor Swift of basketballer. Comparison that made Clark both proud and humbled. This brings us back to that January day at Arrowhead Stadium when Clark and Swift were spotted together. It wasn't just a photo op, it was a culmination of years of genuine fandom, mutual respect, and parallel journeys. The internet wasn't just buzzing because 2 famous people were hanging out, it was buzzing because this felt like watching a dream come true in real time. Social media exploded with side-by-side photos, Clark singing Swift songs in her dorm room, next to her sitting with Swift at the Chiefs game. The caption that kept appearing, how it started versus how it's going. It was a perfect encapsulation of Clark's journey from fan to peer, from singing Swift songs to sharing the spotlight with her. But perhaps the most powerful aspect of this story is how it's inspiring a new generation. Young athletes watching Clark weren't just seeing a basketball star, they were seeing someone who remained authentically themselves while reaching the top of their game. They were seeing that you don't have to choose between being a serious athlete and an enthusiastic fan of pop culture. You can be both. Throughout every interaction, every social media post, and every shared moment, what shines through is the authenticity of it all. Clark never tried to play it cool or downplay her fandom. Once she became famous herself, she remained that same enthusiastic Swiftie who used to sing in her dorm room. She just happened to become one of basketball's biggest stars along the way. As the first part of this amazing story unfolds, it's clear that this isn't just about a famous athlete and a pop star becoming friends. It's about staying true to yourself, about dreams coming true in the most spectacular way, and about the power of authentic fandom. The best part, this is just the beginning of what promises to be an incredible friendship between 2 of the most. Just below us here in Kansas City, Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark, guard for the Indiana Fever. From DeMo, been a Chiefs fan since she was a kid, the AP Female Athlete of the Year and the first overall pick in the WNBA Draft, Rookie of the Year, and the first rookie to make the first team All-WNBA. This just another viral moment, or did Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift just change women's sports forever?